A wedding, where personalities come together to create something timeless. Yet the whirlwind of planning can feel so overwhelming that couples often miss the chance to savor it. Through the eyes of couples from every corner of the globe, step back into their wedding day and relive the memories that made it unforgettable.
My name is Julie Adams.
And my name is James Adams.
We've been together for 3.5 years.
And got married in 2023. This is our real wedding.
I first met Julie in my dreams. I dreamt of her. I often tell her that she's not real and that I dreamt her into my life, but in reality, I met her at work. I became her boss. The first day that I met her, we shook hands, and there was just this feeling that overwhelmed me. I knew that she was the one.
I met him that day at work. I did not automatically feel a connection. Generally, I'm a little nervous around new people, and it was my new boss. At one point, had a little family tragedy, and at that point, then I saw who Jamie is, not just James at work, and that's when we started talking. We were just mostly friends. I guess I just started to see him a little differently. Then we decided to see each other outside of work, see how we meshed, and we just match.
It was about 1.5 years of us being at work together, and I was just her boss. I was James. And until she had the family incident at home that she really realized who Jamie was, because I'm two different people. One is the structured, no-nonsense boss, nose down, let's get to work. And then Jamie is the fun-loving guy at home that she finally realized who I was, and it was hard for me to betray who I am because it's a totally different person outside of work than I am at work. In 1993, I was in Yarmouth on a basketball tournament, and the guys and I went to a fortune teller, and the only two things I wanted to know was, am I gonna get married, and who am I gonna get married to? And she told me, yes, you're going to get married, and her name was Julie. She did not tell me 30 years later that I would finally meet my Julie and get married to her. So it was a long time coming from 1993 to 2023. Our first date, we went out of town. We actually went to my hometown, and it was Julie's 44th birthday, and we actually went for breakfast. And that was our first time away together. For the rest of the day, I showed her my family homestead, the farm. We went on a 4-wheeler drive, got stuck in the mud, and we got unstuck, but it was pretty fun.
I didn't really know what to expect on our first date, but I was very comfortable with Jamie right away. I didn't really know what the plan was for today, and kind of a theme we've kept where a lot of the time he likes to surprise me with what's next. He's the planner. Then he took me on the 4-wheeler, and I thought, he's gonna dump me in the mud and I'm just gonna be a mess. But we had fun, and it was peaceful, and I needed peace in my life at that point, and I couldn't stop looking at him. I was in the 4-wheeler and he was driving, and I just kept looking at him.
It's another walk.
Yeah.
We love to go for walks quite a bit, especially with our husky, because he's very, gets bored. So bored dog becomes a bad dog, and he loves to go for walks on the river. He loves nature, and we do too. So this was a winter day, but it was a beautiful, beautiful winter day, just in our hunting gear, and just go for a walk down the river. It's peaceful. That was one of our first photos. My mom took the photo. Thanks again, Mom. It's a beautiful photo, and it's at my mom's house. My mom loves to decorate for Christmas. It takes her about 2 months to decorate for Christmas because she has so many decorations. And that was our very first Christmas together. And my sister got us a very first Christmas together ornament. First time that my family met Julie, it was still special to me.
So that was actually the very first picture that we posted online to let everyone know that we were officially together.
We moved in November together, and this is December 31st, so last day of the year, New Year's Eve. We just traveled to celebrate New Year's Eve with my mom, and I had no plan to propose. It was just Julie got up from the table, she went to the bathroom, and I said to my mom, I think I'm gonna need that ring, because we have a family ring that's been passed down from generation to generation. And then we were staying in town for the night. It was gorgeous, beautiful room. I didn't plan anything, which is very odd for me because I plan everything, and this is one of the most important moments of my life, and I thought, hey, you got this. Apparently I didn't have it because I was kneeling down on my hands and knees, and Julie came out from the bathroom and she said, what are you doing on your hands and knees? Get up. And I was like, no, I just need to talk to you for a minute. And it just came out that, hey, I don't want you to be my girlfriend next year. So she actually thought I was dumping her, not proposing. Totally botched the whole thing. And I'm like, no, I want you to be my fiance next year. And then I had the ring and put the ring on her finger, asked her if she'd marry me, be my wife. And she said yes, and the ring fit perfect. And then we melted down that ring and one of her family's ring, and we made 2 rings together.
I was totally not expecting it. We had discussed our future. We knew that we wanted that at some point, but I was not expecting it that day whatsoever. When he brought out the ring, I just started crying. We started talking right away about what we wanted. So I had told Jamie, I want to get married outside by the water, and I want a proper wedding dress. That was the most important things for me. We didn't want to wait for the whole summer, so we actually planned for May. Together, we both decided we wanted an outdoor wedding. One of the first things we did was choose our location. We started discussing places that would be suitable.
The wedding was held at Savary Park. It's a beautiful spot. Been there as a child. I was there with my friends. My families would have picnics and barbecues there. The park really meant something to me. It was important. And every time I go by there for work, I stop in and I take a picture and I send it to her. And I'm like, do you remember this? Because hopefully she doesn't ever forget it, but I just want to keep reminding her. And I go every couple weeks. I didn't want to persuade her to get married there. I wanted us to come to a consensus if that's where we wanted to get married, because we saw some beautiful places where we wanted to get married at. But as soon as we got there, the location by the water, the beautiful fence, it's on a cliff. There was a deer there that morning. That's my thing. When we were there earlier, she found this little tiny, tiny rock. It was the shape of a heart and ate the size of her thumbnail. It was so tiny. And out of millions of rocks there, she picks out this little tiny rock. So we knew that was the place that we wanted to be.
We chose our colors. We worked together and we made our bouquets and our boutonnieres. Got together and we did the dress shopping. So it was kind of a girl thing to include them with me.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
Was that your after dress? Like,
Yeah, that was both my dresses hanging on your mom's.
I didn't get to see that. That's the first time I saw
bedroom
that.
door. Yeah, that's my hair.
That's you.
The 5 months before the wedding, Jamie did not shave or get a haircut. He also lost about 30 pounds. So with the big beard and the hair, even though I saw him the day before, I did not realize that he had slimmed down.
Big bushy beard, you couldn't see my face.
Couldn't see his face when I walked out, and I was like, who is this guy? I mean, he looks good. But I just saw him. I was just like, wow.
There's the
This is
bouquets.
all the bouquets together. And the pillow. The bubbles. You
There's
fighting the wind.
Oh, the wind.
We tried
the
so
video.
hard to keep the curtains under control.
It's me and the boys. That's at Dad's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't there. My best man, Mike, thinks he's 50 Cent or something. There's our dog, Blue,
Puppy dog.
leading the way.
He was wearing his little bandana.
His bandana.
My parents are getting married.
Yeah. Doggy treats, just in case he
I didn't see this.
want to. I mean, he's a good dog. But.
He wanted to say hi to everybody.
And then here's my stepdad. His head got so burnt that day. Remember that?
We forgot the sunscreen.
Because he's always wearing a cap. And when everybody came up, they came to me and they shook my hand, gave me a hug, and then stood beside me. And we just want everybody to have their moment. Best man, Mike. We've known each other for over 20 years and have a lot of laughs. And this is our oldest grandson, Lyric, and he has our 3 nieces in this wagon. And we did a rehearsal the day before. And we knew that would be kind of tough on that train, but we have twin nieces in that wagon. We painted the wagon up for our colors, and we have our other niece in the middle of the 2. And they were adorable.
He said it was hard work pulling
It's
those
hard
3
work.
girls.
Hard work.
He did so good.
They came up to a Taylor Swift song, and it was just fun. And then my daughter came out, and I just started crying at this point. She's seen me go through so much in life that she knew that this was my special moment. And she gave me that look right there of, Dad, you okay? And this is Caitlin. And I cried a little harder when she came out.
Caitlin was 5 months pregnant
Yeah.
with our
With our
youngest
youngest
grandson at this
He's in the belly
time,
right
so
there. And it just kept going that way. I don't know.
yeah,
You missed all this.
I missed all of this.
You were behind the curtain. And then the song Julie came out to, I wrote the song. And it took me 30 years to put it all together, but it took me an hour on paper. And then I got a recording artist in Nashville to record it for me. I couldn't stop crying. First time I heard the song, the final cut was amazing, but to see her walk down to the song that I wrote for her specifically, and everything that we've been through in our life, either alone or together, to get to this moment was worth it all. And this is your son, Austin,
It's
who gave
Austin.
you away, on behalf of her whole family. So I know that one line, he was, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say?
He was so nervous. He didn't know what he was supposed
No.
to say, but he
And-
did it. I wanted to look at everybody when I was coming down, but I just kept looking at you, and I just love how we're looking over the water.
The tide's just coming in right now. The day before it was 9 degrees and we froze doing a rehearsal. And now it was like 27 degrees and it's hot. And it's beautiful. Maura, our Justice of the Peace, was amazing.
Yes.
And she really made the ceremony what it was. And here's my forever long-lasting speech that took forever.
Your
And it was just,
full sheet of vows.
yeah.
And you said you didn't even hear mine.
The thing that stood out for me when you were talking was how you said my name. The whole time, I didn't hear anything but you saying my name, and it was the way that you said it that made me I'll never forget that moment.
I just couldn't hold back tears while I was talking, trying to say my vows.
I dreamt of this moment for a long time, but the reality of her walking out to the song that I wrote for her and how beautiful she was, I dreamt of a lady in a dress, but damn.
And that's our dip. We practiced
practiced
many
the dip.
times, but not
Don't
in
drop
a
me.
tight dress.
Yes.
So turns out you got to practice in
And the dress.
similar styles. We were going to go now to sign the paperwork, all the
yeah.
documents. Oh,
Me and
your
my
mom. I mean, my mom.
Our moms.
I just love how we decorated the fence there.
She's always wanted a sister-in-law. There's the best brother-in-law anybody could have. That's Troy. Troy actually took my last name instead of my sister taking his last name. He's actually an Adams now. It's my girls. Love that photo.
All the flowers
girls.
in.
And that's our
And
baby.
that's us with our little grandson.
Yes. I love that photo. That is my favorite. Julie has two smiles. She has the happy smile and she has the baby smile. And the baby smile just brings out that twinkle in her eye and those big chiclets, as I call them.
And he calls it a baby smile because when I see babies,
she's a baby
when
hog.
I am the happiest.
We have twins and she has both of them.
Twin nieces.
Twin nieces.
I got them both.
She has both of them.
Oh
It's the
yeah,
stairwell.
that's the stairs at the wedding.
We had some really nice pictures down on the beach.
We navigated these rocks so we could get down to the water and take those beautiful
Take
pictures.
our shoes and socks off so I could get in the water and then carry you out a little bit.
Yes. I love this picture.
Mhm.
We have that on our mantle.
Yes. Like the day went so fast, but I remember every single moment. I love that picture. They're so gorgeous. There's that smile. I just love that smile.
And this is our home. That's the location that was perfect for us because this is where we feel at home.
We did much better on the dip there.
And right there at the dip is where we found that little heart-shaped rock.
I can't wait to do it again. 10 years.
He says he wants to do it again.
Yeah.
Just even sitting there signing the paperwork, just knowing that this is it, you're mine, you can't get away.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
Thank you so much.
And just the connection that we have. It's just a feeling that we call each other twin flame.
We share the same soul.
No matter what we go through, we just want to be with each other. When we came together, we realized that we now had what we'd been missing.
You complete me.
And you complete me.
Both been looking for something our whole life.
Whether we realized it
we
or
didn't
not,
know.
at times we knew we were missing something. It just came together.
In 1,000 lifetimes, I would find you and choose you over again. And I can't wait for the next one. I'll be 30 years sooner. I will find you sooner next time.
Yeah, we waited a little too long.
But
We got 30 more years.
I promise you 45. This is a reception.
Some pictures at the reception hall.
She decorated this like crazy, and here's the game plan of everything had to be in order.
I worked on all the decorations, bought
spent
everything ahead so that we didn't have to worry about anything near the wedding. We had everything planned, and then we went the day before and we decorated the hall and had
We
a
had a big
pizza
pizza
party.
And we had about 40 people help us.
We had all the close
But you were pulled in
family.
every direction of, Julie, where do you want this? Where do you want that? And I'm like, you need to ask her. I have no idea where you want anything.
One thing we really, really wanted was to have a lot of children in the wedding. We had grandchildren, nieces, nephews, and we just wanted them to have fun.
There's our cake topper.
That's our cake topper.
Julie painted that to make it look like us.
There's
The
our
cake, we had vanilla on the bottom, chocolate in the middle, and red velvet on the top. So we had 3 different kinds of cakes for people. And they were so good.
They were, and it didn't last very
Didn't
long.
last very long.
Kelly caught my bouquet. That's our best man's fiance now.
Yes.
They were dating at the time and
Kelly caught the bouquet and Mike
caught the
caught the
garter.
garter, and now they're engaged.
And it worked. It's our first dance. And we glowed.
We didn't practice that dance.
No,
We practiced another dance.
we did.
We did. We did a country line dance later on in the day, or in the night, that we practiced and practiced outside in the backyard.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's my daughter. And we did daddy-daughter, and then when my son danced, and then we had the other two girls, then we switched halfway through.
Look at the boys running around.
Yeah. That's what we wanted. We wanted it to be light and fun. Yeah.
This was our garter.
It was fun.
Garter. And I thought I would be so embarrassed
Yeah.
as he did this, but I wasn't. It was just so funny.
Here I am.
I was laughing.
When I saw you coming out of those curtains, it was better than any dream I've ever had. That reality of you in that moment, the way that you looked at me, to that song that I wrote for you, it was the greatest moment of my life. All our ups and downs in life, just look how happy we are. And every morning I cherish that. And I'm thankful for you.
In the past year and a half, first we welcomed our fourth grandson, and then we went on some pretty incredible trips. I had never left Canada before. Jamie surprised me on my birthday and took me into a few of the States, and we went to a Pink concert on my birthday, complete surprise. And we've done something that we really like to do together, which we did on our honeymoon and a couple more times since, and that's going to theme parks. And we've gone to ride roller coasters.
Yeah, Canada's Wonderland, and then Cedar Point in Ohio for our first anniversary.
Yes.
It was on the bucket list forever.
Mhm.
So I just said to her yesterday, we have to start planning my 50th birthday, which is still 2 years away. And she's like, why are we going to plan now? Because we're going to plan on going to Hawaii, because that's my home away from home. It's my favorite place on earth.
He really wants me to experience it with him. Yeah.
And we just bought a slice of paradise, this beautiful home in the valley.
We bought this house because it has what we need, the room and the things we need to have our families over and have fun together.
Which once again, we're going to share with my parents next month, and then your parents next summer.
Yep, we're
We're
gonna
going to do some major renovations, and we can't wait to have everybody together.
bring our families together and fix up the house just
Yeah.
exactly how we need to.
Almost done. Round one. A lot more to do for round two, but
Yes.
we're excited to have our families there with us.
And home is really,
Home is where the people are. Home is wherever she is. Doesn't matter where in the world we are, it's wherever we are together. After watching the wedding reel, it brought back all of those emotions. Like when I first saw you, obviously I kept my composure this time. All the hard work that we put into it, the wedding wasn't just for you and I. It was for everybody that's touched us, touched our heart. People that have supported us, people that help us, love us. If people talk about love, I tell everybody we have the best love story. And I'm sticking to that.